Welcome back to WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and WNST.net. All the games have been halted. The coronavirus and COVID-19 has taken over our society, and yet here in the WNST studios, where I am sequestered and properly aligned, the Maryland magma lamp is still glowing with gold magma here, despite the fact that the Terrapins had March Madness, bracketology, the lacrosse program, the women's, everything sort of taken away. I've been chasing this guy down a couple of weeks, and much like many of my guests, Walt Williams, I had today open for you to talk about the brackets, where we were going to Greensboro, whether we were going to Cleveland, what was going to happen, who we were going to play, and I literally put this conversation off with you for this week. I sort of had Johnny last week and had Chris Nocky the week before, trying to, put you guys out before we get going with this. And we're in a totally different world, bro. Like, it's incredible how 10 days can change your life, huh?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's totally different. Things have changed drastically. But yeah, I think rightfully so. I think protection of these young men and the fans are at the utmost importance.
Well, from the Maryland side of things and where it was and where you were and the unprecedented nature of all this, and obviously being a longtime NBA player, what happened in Oklahoma City last week as well. I was at a Maryland Sports Boosters banquet. I know you've spoken to the Maryland Sports Boosters over the course of your time as well, and I was with Quint Kesenich doing a little lacrosse baseball tap dance, and in the middle of it, the Ivy League canceled their entire season. Well, I mean, you might as well cancel the lacrosse season when that's going to happen. Basketball wasn't far behind. For the kids and for guys like you that were athletes that work so hard at this is a very difficult acceptance thing. It's difficult for your children to accept it if they play rec sports or play high school sports, right? All of it taken away.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just so unfortunate, especially when you're talking about kids who are getting ready to go to college, just having an opportunity to show themselves. And also you're talking about guys at the college level trying to get to the next level in the NBA, just having these opportunities in the tournament to be able to show their worth and be able to state their case and that they deserve an opportunity. So the guys who were on that fence, it's just so unfortunate because they won't have that opportunity to prove themselves.
Well, and a lot of guys had the dream of winning a ring and competing and having that opportunity to win a conference championship. All of that just sort of goes poof, and then you go back to being a citizen, a student athlete, someone that is sequestered and, like all of us, self-quarantined, I think, at this point, as the governor shut everything down. This will be an unprecedented thing, and I guess taking time and having time. What are you going to do with your time, Wiz?
Oh, man, just do a lot of cleaning. My house is cluttered, man, so just doing some cleaning. And, I'm a financial advisor, so, we still handling business as usual. Things are just at an all-time high in terms of uncertainty. And so that's when we have to be there to be a voice of reasoning and sort of have an overview of things and research and make sure that we have the proper tools that we need in order to help our clients. So, it's a difficult time for everyone. But I believe that we'll be able to get through this crisis and we'll be right back to where we were.
Well, I think psychologically, when you're talking about the markets, right, and how crazy the market was last week for everyone in your industry, and I know all the guys you work with as well, moment to moment, hour to hour, watching 10% go off the market is just. Most people haven't seen that. They haven't been around since 1989 and, crazy times when we've had real market crashes like we're having right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're seeing some times that we haven't seen, but specifically with the virus. But we've seen downtimes in the market before, and so we are prepared. We are doing the things that we need to do in order to help our clients. And so the thing for us is that to remain calm because, like I said, we've been through situations situations like this in terms of downtimes in the market. So it's important that we use our expertise in making sure that we're delivering the right messages to our clients.
Walt Williams joining us here. He is the Wiz. He dribbled. He does financial planning now. I run into him up in Cockeysville and Hunt Valley out for lunch from time to time. You see the big tall guy and say, "Hey, it looks like Walt Williams." So, well, it is Walt Williams. From Maryland's perspective, and even the money of all of this, and the college part of this, and the NCAA tournament, and all it's really the tentacles of all of this through all the Title IX sports, all the spring sports, every kid that's been sent home, right, when their parents had paid tuition. The stickiness and the fallout of this, there are no answers here in the early going, right? For anybody that loves Maryland in whatever way you love Maryland or you're associated with it in any way, or any college in the area. For my friends at Coppin State, I got my Coppin banner back here, and Juan was ready to go to the MEAC a tournament with them last week as well. I don't know where the tumble of this is going to be 90 days from now, but I know the first week in, we have to all do the one thing we need to stay healthy, right? Like, none of us want to wind up in the hospital. None of us want to contract this thing. I think that's the first message for everyone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. In the short term, it is a lot of uncertainty. You don't know where things are right now. So just for the meantime, it's just important to stay healthy. I'm sure those things are being worked out right now. So ultimately, they'll have a conclusion in how they're going to handle things moving forward. But right now, I just don't think you can worry about those things right now because safety is paramount. I mean, so I think just taking care of yourself is the things you need to take care of right now, and all the other things encompassing sort of iron itself out. I'm sure people are behind the scenes going through every scenario and seeing what works the best. And then we'll go from there.
I wish I were calling you about brackets, man. I really do. I mean,
me too.
Just on the basketball side, there was a point where we believed, right? And if nothing else, it was going to be fun, right? I mean, that the team made the year fun, and there will be no more team. There will be no tournament. This will always be sort of that asterisk. Remember what happened back in 2020? Hopefully we all live and can look back upon that. But for the team and for the ride it was, and for Turgeon to get the cut down in net before at the end, right? I mean, there's something about that maybe that's better than what would have happened on Thursday or Friday this week. I don't know, Wiz, right?
Well, all you want as a player and as a coach is the opportunity, and so in that respect, it's sad that you didn't have the opportunity to win a Big Ten tournament or to win a national championship, because that's what you want. You want that opportunity to go out there and perform at your best. But the sort of small prize in it all is that you got an opportunity to cut down the net. You win a Big Ten, a share in the Big Ten regular season title, and that's how you end your season. Not everyone gets to end their season with a win and with winning a title. So that's a small token in the season right here. But you certainly want the opportunity to win any type of championship. Nothing's guaranteed, but as a competitor, you always want that opportunity.
My man, stay safe, all right? Stay sequestered. You got and load up on pasta and rice and carbs and dry food. Do you have toilet paper? Do you have what you need, Wiz? I'm a friend. I can spare a square,
Man. Absolutely. We have everything we need. My wife does a great job. We got out there early and started the bulk shopping. So we have the 3 sons in there, so we understand that we needed to get a lot of things in place early on and stock up. So we are prepared.
All right, man. Well, I hope to run into you and elbow bump you soon, sometime down the line, next couple of weeks, and we'll get together and talk about what might have been. And certainly for the NBA, I mean, if we get through this thing, I talked to Luke about this earlier in the week. Luke's like, I want baseball to start, so I want to get through this. I want to do everything I can do to stay safe so we can have baseball start. And I'm thinking to myself, so does the NBA and the NHL, right? Like a very quick, safe exit back to normal in a month or so. They could go play that is for everyone. Every restaurant can open again. Everything can open again when we're all safe. And I know the NBA's kind of counting on that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, eventually we're going to get there, and so it's just a matter of time, and that's the uncertainty of it all. What is that time frame? But we're certainly going to be back to normal, and so in the meantime, just want to do everything we can to be healthy and make sure we get through this.
Brother, stay safe. We'll see you soon. All right, take care.
All right, buddy.
Sorry, I chased down Walt Williams after the mess, but I had him on the calendar, and I said, I still want to have you on, even though we're not going to talk about Jalen Smith this week and, Morcell and the local connection and winning games and bracketology and how do we get to the Sweet 16 and which way am I going to go to Atlanta and, Life changes very quickly, as we all learn. I'm 6 years out on learning that about the elbow bumps and the masks and the Purell. Please take it seriously. Governor Hogan's taking it seriously. I hope you do too. The BuyAToyota.com audio vault is there 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world on your mobile device by downloading the TuneIn Radio app. We come in from anywhere in the world. We're going to be with you through this pandemic. I can continue to do this from 6 feet away and via satellite. We'll continue the good conversation. Baltimore positive stuff as well. We are WNST.net, AM 1570, WNST Towson, Baltimore. We never stop talking Baltimore sports with good dudes like Walt Williams.